Holy smokies, the fact that XRP is still in the lead is no joke. The wealthy investor who just sold his XRP wants to cry because President Trump is about to create history today. Hi there, lovely individuals. Welcome to Peppo Coin Channel. We will discuss the cryptocurrency market, what is taking place nowadays. Friday is a freaky day. I'm hoping you're prepared. Will this be a weird Friday in a positive way or one in which the market goes a little crazy? Will the altcoin season arrive soon? We will discuss all of these lovely topics. All I ask is that you smile at me so that I can radiate those positive feelings. Smash the like button, smishity. Listen, I've been speaking with specialists at the Institution of BS, and they informed me that the only way XRP can reach $1,000 is if I set the price excessively high in the beta. The only way it will reach $10 is if everyone hits the like button. I was informed of this at the BS Institution. Therefore, you must listen to the professionals if you wish to do so. You must do it. It goes without saying that there is no direct connection between the two. When people want to purchase, prices rise, and right now, people want to buy XRP. The price of XRP is currently sitting at, that's Bitcoin. In a technical sense, forever. At the moment, XRP is trading at 3. In fact, within the last hour or so, it has retreated. So, if I woke up and thought, oh right, XRP has retreated around 5% over the last 5 hours and has, I believe, regained roughly 1% from the bottom here, or roughly 2% in the last half hour. Additionally, a crossover on the 1-minute charts 100, everything is changing. Things shift. Events take place. As you can see, Bitcoin was worth more than $120,000. It is currently at $119,200. Thus, the market continues to rise and fall. And what follows as a result of this? There are numerous liquidations, 800 million in the previous day. So just exercise caution. As you can see, it has been roughly 50 short of 500 million and 328 million on the long side throughout the past 24 hours. But it's been a mixed bag over the past 4 hours, isn't it? 50 is almost here. As you can see, XRP longs were squeezed there over the past hour. If I reload this, I believe it will update a little bit. Yes, 5 million on Ethereum, 6 million on Bitcoin, and 4 million on XRP were liquidated. That was the reason behind that withdrawal there. Furthermore, given how volatile things are at the moment, we must exercise extreme caution if we are employing leverage. Furthermore, people prefer to over-leverage on high X's without considering that 2%, say, on 50X, will liquidate you unless you have money. Isn't that right? It liquidates you if you use isolated. You have a little more wiggle room when you're employing a margin situation, but you could lose all of your money on that position or even more. Therefore, you must keep an eye out, especially at these moments, and keep it in mind. Therefore, there will be a great deal of manipulation. Where is it now? What location is it? I put it where? A large whale was able to sell an additional 80,000 Bitcoin this morning after successfully trading or holding it for 54,000 to 9.6 billion. Once more, this is the massive whale that has been the subject of our discussions for the previous few weeks. It was sold by Galaxy Digital. Therefore, that may be exerting some pressure on the market at the moment. It's possible that this pullback will be consumed by the time you see it. I have no idea how the market will respond on a daily basis. Naturally, I will never advise you to buy, sell, or hold. Not financial guidance. Always conduct your own research before making an investment. Additionally, keep in mind that I will never message you on social media to ask you to send me money or join up for anything. I enlarged it a bit too much. Is this excessive, in my opinion? For example, should I slightly zoom out? Am I too large? Is my head too large? I'm not sure. I think it's too close now that I've slightly adjusted the camera. That was unexpected. I thought, oh, I'm okay, as we began the film and I zoomed back down. However, I felt a tiny bit larger after zooming out and then back in. A bit too near. My freckles were visible to you. In case you missed it, all 3 of the cryptocurrency legislation made it through the House last night. Genius, clarity, and anti-CBDC. Congress must now provide clarity. Today, the Genius Act must now be presented to the President. A ceremony is scheduled to take place. A signing will take place. That might lead to instability. Perhaps there will be a pump-up before or after the signing, or a buy the rumor, sell the news strategy. I have no idea how the market will respond. However, it's history in general. History is what it is, and since you can see that there are some red and some green in the market, it will be fascinating to watch what occurs. Alright, so everything appears green outside of bonkety-bonk, which has significantly increased. Therefore, it makes sense that it would slightly retreat. However, if you look at my timeline below, You can see that several of the stocks that went up significantly yesterday, like XLM, Algo, and HBAR, are highlighted in red. They appear to be down a little bit today, but perspective is everything, and sometimes you have to zoom out to see what's going on in the market. That's crucial then. I just want to have a look at this first. Interestingly, the crypto greed is at 73. It's roughly 75 for the stock market as well. As a result, when you look at the markets, the stock market and the cryptocurrency market are roughly at the same level of greed. The cryptocurrency market was trailing slightly behind the stock market, which was experiencing all-time highs due to greed. We've now caught up with altcoins and Bitcoin. It still has the vibe of altcoins. You mean they're not here? Even though it has returned, they are not present, and we can see that we've returned to 39. Oh, how lovely. We leap to number 51. Altcoin season is still a ways off. We're not 75. Our current situation differs from that of December. However, the price of XRP is at an all-time high. Ethereum is still very far off. SUI is still a long way off. Sol is still a long way off. As a result, many of these large altcoins, and of course, the meme coins, are still far from reaching their even local peaks in December and January. It appears that the altcoin market is still experiencing a lot of movement, and it will be fascinating to watch how everything develops over the upcoming weeks. After recovering the $250 billion, the altcoin market capitalization has increased by nearly 26. This is the 315 range, as you can see. We saw that it had already in this range on April 24th, but that was in March and April, correct? Remember number 24? We ran up, but it retreated. Naturally, it reached $425 billion in December, which was also a rejected area in 2021. Therefore, we must first obtain the 315 if we do run up and hit it. Then came, of course, the 415 if we do run up and hit it. Then came, of course, the 405. Consider this. The altcoin market isn't even back to the 315 region, is it? Market capitalization of cryptocurrencies, excluding the top 10. Naturally, XRP, Ethereum, Solana, BNB, and others are not included in this. However, if you look, I also believe Doge. Which 10 are the best? The top 10. Yes, Cardano, Tron, and Doge. Additionally, you can add Hyperliquid and Stellar if you remove Tether and USDC. Thus, that might be considered the top 10. Therefore, it will be fascinating to observe if we can arrive here and even here. As a result, the tiny caps are still lagging behind, and there may be enormous potential there. We must examine again. Those who have the ability to make a lot of money might also cause you to lose a lot of money.